South America and one of the world's most populous cities, vibrant Sao Paulo in the southeast region of Brazil. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Kansas City sideline, a familiar face, Andy Reid. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from here in Sao Paulo. Here's Darius Davis to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. And it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake. Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action. Now Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. Very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. And this is going to work out for us. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today. So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up the best short yardage play and extend this drive. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. They go play action with Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And he did everything he could. He's trying to keep this play alive, but there's just too much penetration from this defensive front, and they end up taking him down behind the line.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. Greg, this was one of the good turnarounds last year. Chargers 6 games better than a year before as Jim Harbaugh came in and started maybe a new era in Chargers football.
Now, doesn't it just seem like when there's these coaching changes, you kind of take a look at the roster, you take a look at the circumstances of the year prior that led to the previous coach being let go, and you say, how many wins are built in? You look at the quarterback, you look at the roster, and you say, if a big-time coach came in and just got them a little more organized, what are the built-in wins? And I'll tell you, the Chargers, that's exactly what we saw last year. Jim Harbaugh, he has a reputation of winning everywhere he goes at all levels of football, and it doesn't hurt that he's got his franchise quarterback behind center. So it's a great situation, great coach, great quarterback. Now just continue to build a roster that not only can make the playoffs, but now you got to go and contend for the Super Bowl. I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Greg, you step back, such an appreciation for this continued, consistent excellence. 3 straight Super Bowls, 15-2 in the first round bye last year. Of course, the loss to Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. But maybe the sustained excellence is what we need to appreciate about what Kansas City's in the middle of right now.
Absolutely. It's so true, Mike. I mean, we get wrapped up.
Isaiah Pacheco. 20, 15, and he will score. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Greg, everyone looks forward to this Week 1 opener, but to have it so far away from home in Brazil, what kind of impact is that on the players as they get ready for the season?
I think on one hand, the NFL is such a routine, right? The guys all have their habits, they have their routines, they have kind of their weekly schedule leading up to game day, but I think because this is Week 1, Mike, and you can back into some of the travel, you can alter some of your training camp practices and whatnot leading up to the Week 1 opener. I actually think it's kind of cool. I love that the game's going global. I love that they're moving these games to different cities around the world. As we continue to see interest in the NFL grow, I think we're going to continue to see games played outside of the United States. The players love it. The fans love it. I just think it's great for the entire brand of the NFL.
He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Jabari Connor there on the stop. 2nd and 7. Play action now. It's Herbert. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point. And does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Still 2nd down.
Throwing now is Herbert. Right side hauled in by McConkey. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big one for the Chargers. 35 yards. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. Now the ball thrown deep for Johnston. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. An even 40 yards. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Harris. Touchdown!
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
We're all time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll have more from South America and beautiful Sao Paulo after this. Play action here. Mahomes, a hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Just on the coverage.
couple there. It's third down.
Attacking man at the 47-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
From the
line.
shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is too far out in front. He runs incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Patrick to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Matt Araiza in punt formation for the Chiefs.
Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title, but you have to remember 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy when you mentioned 9 in a row. You think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver.
Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety. That is the danger of the play calling down there, Greg. Trying to stretch it out. Can't get there, and it's going to cost them 2 points.
Most often, Mike, anytime you're backed up, the idea is to try and get the running back running downhill at the defense. For that exact reason, he got bounced out wide. They were able to string the play out towards the sideline, and it results in the safety.
The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Exiting the pocket right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back first downs.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late.
Defense.
He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Here's Matt Araiza now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattled off 5 of them straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument that they're a playoff team, but Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all this stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes back. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. A pickup there of 13, and the Chiefs have a first down.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 1-yard pickup.
3rd, they need 8. throwing now. Mahomes. Got his man at the 6. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter, and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws, and as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Powering forward, he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. The extra point by Butker is good, and the Chiefs will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. To return is Naheem Hines. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Chargers offense ready to take over once again. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone say, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down.
Now Herbert again. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Hampton. He'll push forward for about a yard. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Mahomes. intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set.
Pistol here for Herbert. Yep, the man is Johnston. He's got it. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Go.
Now Herbert. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. A pass taken in by Harris. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Herbert to the air again. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Chargers. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will cut it to a 2-point lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over just before the half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Hanson, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on the...
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England. Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. He's healthy. He's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of New York Jets.
And They're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
To throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's to the right side and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And they'll bring up 2nd and goal. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here.
That one, take it in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown Chiefs.
Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
They bring the tight end in motion. They'll give it to Harris again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That one complete to Johnston. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. Off he goes.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but He's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a carry for Hunt. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. A handoff to Pacheco. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Troy Dodd there to make the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Now a handoff to tight end in the running game.
The tight end in the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line is in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Chargers 14. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Hines now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
What really stood out about that last keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. Motion man is Harris. Throwing is Herbert on third down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Chargers get set to kick it away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drop. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Whoa! He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On the handoff, it's Smith. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in ball coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Pacheco. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Tuipulotu working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. 3rd and goal. Mahomes. Oh, this pass was dialed in right fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
2-yard pickup brings up third.
Trying to run for it with Harris. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
Conklin goes in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
First down.
They'll go with Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
380. Kappa.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 29. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now the veteran, it's Naheem Hines. The ball comes out. He's to midfield. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new camp. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. A run. It's Pacheco.
Tony Jefferson on the tackle.
On fourth down, Harrison Butker on for the Kansas City field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Harrison Butker now for the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if you can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Herbert. That's complete. He's got it to Trey Harris. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
And the Chargers, first down.
On first down, Herbert. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw is Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That is incomplete. But here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gain on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Herbert to the air again. Open receiver. That's Harris. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go.
Brings up 2nd down. At the Chiefs' 21-yard line.
Throwing again, Herbert. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Chargers, first down.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
He was covered by Christian Fulton.
Here we go. One final play. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. It fought until the end, but still will come up short.
Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in with Harris. And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And they get a small measure of revenge.